How's it going, everyone? In the 6th round, the Packers once again decided to pick on the defensive lineman and ended up picking Karl Brooks, defensive tackle out of Bowling Green, with the 179th overall pick. So Karl Brooks, he is 6'3", 303 pounds, ran a 5.09 40-yard dash and a 1.77 10-yard dash, or a 10-yard split. And he ended up with a RAS score of 5.73, so nothing really spectacular on that front. But then when you go to his stats, it's a whole different story. So at his time in Bowling Green, he had a 5-year collegiate career. And in his final year, as you can see over here, he played 13 games, had 50 total tackles, 18 tackles for loss, 10 sacks, 4 pass defense, and 2 forced fumbles. And that's following up from the previous year where he had 42 total tackles, 12.5 tackles for loss, and 7.5 sacks. So a very productive senior year. And while also adding 68 total pressures last season, the dude was a force to be reckoned with. And when you're looking at all these stats, you're probably wondering why he went into the 6th round. Well, he played for Bowling Green State, so there was a lot of questions on kind of disregarding his productivity because of the lack of competition. And unfortunately, that kind of is true because when he did face higher competition, especially against UCLA and Mississippi State, in both of those games combined, he only had 1 tackle and no sacks. And that kind of skewed, like maybe it's due to the lack of competition. He's not producing much. But also in the Senior Bowl, he did kind of produce. So it's kind of been a mixtape in that capacity. So due to the fact of lack of competition, he has fallen down the ranks. But when you look at him, he is a player that he can't exactly play nose tackle, but along the edge where he had most of the production, he is a very athletic defensive tackle. He's very quick. Off the snap, he's got very good acceleration off the ball. He's also got very good lateral movement. So his acceleration and his quickness is pretty much his bread and butter. And add to that, he also has pretty active hands, so he's allowed to pretty much make sure that the offense isn't getting hands on him and he's able to penetrate and go after the tackle or a sack. But he will have to get some better lower body strength because as of right now, it's not elite, it's not great, it's just he's got some lower body strength. And into the next level, he might not be able to get that same type of penetration with better competition, especially if he gets double teamed, especially since he does play defensive tackle. If he gets double teamed, he's most likely going to just be taken out of the game or out of the play. So he's going to have to develop in that sense. But he could become a very good rotational, especially at the start of his NFL career, a rotational pass rushing piece along the defensive line. And I think that's where he might get some playtime if he earns it and where he could fit with this team. But in the 6th round with a plethora of draft picks for day 3, why not take a flyer on someone that's very productive and shows some quite athleticness and see if maybe he could become something at the NFL level. But let me know what you think down in the comments. If you liked the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and as always, go Pack Go.